Hi, welcome to Chili's. and on this portion of the podcast, we're going to be discussing what all made us become nerds in the first place. And honestly, I want to start off with Court because this is going to take a while.
Hi guys. Hi Connor.
Hi Court.
Hi Corey.
Hi, Court.
Hi Corey.
Hi, Connor.
Hi Connor.
Hi.
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 5 minutes later.
Okay, anyways, back to me.
Yeah.
What made me a geek?
Yeah, well, what were the first things that of nerd culture that you consumed that kind of got you hooked? Okay, this kept returning. Now I'm a nerd, I guess.
I think early on VHS days, I was my mom gave me free reign to whatever I could go into this concept we called a video store. And so
I have one near my house. I know what they are.
Wait, one still exists?
Yeah, Family Video.
Oh.
It's attached to a Marco's Pizza. It's really good.
Is it really like a video, like a rental?
Yeah.
And they have up to date?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that blows my mind. Okay. Anyways, I could just reach in the shelf and pick out stuff. I didn't know what it was because I was a little kid. But I think I reached up, as far as I know, and got E.T. and Return of the Jedi. So I started Star Wars in a different kind of route. I was gravitated to the Ewoks and to Muppets, aliens and stuff. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I'm a Transformer. I mean, it's hard to say what got me into the geek because I lived in the epicenter of geekness that was the 80s, where I was subjected to kids. I mean, I hate to be the curmudgeon that says get off my lawn, and so stuff was so much better back then. But we had any cartoon could have their own cereal with prizes. We had cartoons. We had Saturday morning cartoons. That was crazy. We had Mr. T cartoons. We had Pac-Man. Basically, I had Transformers. I had He-Man. I had the GoBots. I had Voltron.
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe at my fingertips. All of this in a mad dash, a mad blitz for the advertisers to sell me toys.
So it was just kind of a sheer volume of content back then, kind of
it was overwhelming.
You couldn't not be a nerd.
It just formed some of the biggest nerds of today, of who they were going to become, and in Hollywood, then there's no wonder that there's the Michael Bays of the world that are trying to capitalize on my youth, because it was just such an amazing time for going to retail places like Toys R Us that rest in peace, that's no longer around, or the concept of even like I said, Saturday morning cartoons that are not around, rip. I could turn on ABC, CBS, and just watch amazing cartoons like the Muppet Babies and stuff that had good morals, but they were also, like I said, there was so much consumerism because it was good. Ronnie Reagan was doing his thing, and the economy was pretty good in the 80s. So obviously consumerism was all over, and they were just selling me toys right and left, and it was just great. It just shaped me. I lived in Steven Spielberg was producing my childhood. He was the producer of everything, Goonies, this and that, whatever you could think of, Back to the Future. And so, yeah, I've been rambling on for far too long, but it was hard not to come out of the womb in that era and not be a geek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And honestly, that is why we're in such a big 80s fix, because as if you haven't noticed, we are in a huge 80s nostalgia right now from Hollywood, and it's because it was such a, I don't know, you were like you said, consumeristic society, and we're still in a consumeristic society, but especially marketed towards children, because nowadays we have regulation for marketing to children.
Then it was just willy-nilly. It was anything went. My favorite shows were created just for toys. I really think Thundercats was created just to market toys. He-Man absolutely was. Mm-hmm. G.I. Joe was around. I mean, they were bigger figures back in the post-wars, but once they shrunk them down to the little guy size with the rubber bands in their core center of it, absolutely, they just marketed those toys right and left, and I loved going down the toy aisle. I mean, I was a spoiled kid. I I had all these toys and regret throwing them away, really. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came later in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. Power Rangers would come in like subsequent like later years and stuff. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. What got you guys in, or what are your guys' first memories, movies, or toy products, or anything that got you guys into being a geek?
So I grew up watching a lot of television. I watched 2 shows specifically, Pokemon Indigo League, and then Shaolin Showdown. I don't know if you guys...
Shaolin Showdown?
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved Shaolin Showdown.
Yeah, like that was my thing. But the thing that really got me was Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Rick Riordan fan ever since I started reading that. My mom was a teacher, and she was teaching her kids about Greek mythology. So she decided to use me as a guinea pig. And she had me start reading this with her, and she was like, okay, we're going to, stay together on this. I would take the book and just, go read on my own. And ever since, I got hooked. It wasn't really until late middle school, early high school that I really got into anime.
Yeah.
And with that, I was started on the classics of Ouran High School Host Club and Sailor Moon.
Oh, that's fantastic pieces of art.
Yeah.
But, I've, expanded my taste since then for you guys.
Yep.
But yeah, that's kind of what really got me started, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Connor?
Well, I started with Saturday morning cartoons, and yeah, they still exist. And mostly it was Cartoon Network. I was watching Ed, and Eddie. I was watching Shaolin Showdown actually, and I watched a lot of Camp Lazlo. Those were my favorites. And Tyler and I consumed probably more than 70 hours a week of TV on Saturday mornings, and that's what kind of hooked me.
Okay.
And yeah, and from there, it was mostly the show that kind of got me hooked onto being a nerd as well. I'm so glad that Joel invited me onto the show.
Definitely. Shout out to Joel, Kitchen Joel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Red Bearded Wonder.
The Garden Gnome.
Yeah.
The Garden Gnome. Many, many names.
Mm-hmm. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to have more. Welcome back. You are tuned into Nerd Takeover on KNWT Channel 8. We're Nerdmageddon, and we're going to be talking about our favorite moments from the semester. And there's so many favorite ones.
There are.
Yeah, they're You guys remember just a few weeks ago when Molly had to come in?
Yes.
She had to
That
fix a camera.
Molly.
That
Yes.
Molly.
Yeah.
By golly,
That
Miss Molly.
Oh my gosh. that
She's
was
a
not
humdinger.
bad. Yeah, she's a humdinger. Buster.
She's a bust. She's a rascal.
Buster. Oh.
Buster.
Yeah.
She's always crawling on the floor and doing wacky stuff.
yeah,
the
so
only
she
other
came
girl in
into
this show.
like a few weeks ago. She came in to fix a camera or something like that, an angle or like a change of battery or something like that. And so she thought the best way to get out of the room to not bring
Right.
any attention to herself was just crawl on the ground in the background. So it wasn't just like her just walking across frame 2 seconds and she's gone. No, it's just like now she's crawling across frame for like a minute and a half.
Yeah. Let's see what stands out. Yeah, Holly coming on. Like we had that pre-Comic-Con buzz going on. We didn't know what to expect. Now we know what to kind of expect.
Yeah.
But we had all that excitement coming on. I had never met her. She's a wonderful person. She came in in costume, and I think everybody did except me. I came as
You came as Night Court.
came in bro, like a bro Pokemon
Yeah,
court
bro,
guy.
bro,
Brokemon?
Pokemon.
You said no. It was
Ashhole.
Ashhole. You came in as Ashhole. That's who
Ashhole.
it was.
Yep. That's who I was. And so
Still are.
that show seems pretty memorable because I think even maybe that probably was the show that Scott. I think was he a social media guy or is
He did promotional work.
promotional work for Gravity Falls? He reached out to us and we lost our minds. I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And then later on, another highlight would definitely be Kari Payton
Yes.
landing that interview, and being burnt by. I wasn't there, but I heard that you were burnt by Pom Clement, whatever her name
Pom
was.
Bravlovsky.
Yeah, Pom Bravlovsky. Yeah.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah. Who ca- Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Comic-Con in general was our
That was great.
kind of our claim to fame, honestly.
It was.
Like, that was the biggest like thing we've done, and probably gonna be the biggest thing we've done since next Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Corey, what's one of your favorite memories?
This was also at Comic-Con, but it was right after we interviewed Kari Payton, and I called my mom to freak out and fangirl because she also watches The Walking Dead with me.
Cool.
And I had to explain to her who it was because she can't remember actors, but she can remember characters. And then Connor and Johnny took my phone and had like a full-blown conversation with my mom for like 10, 15 minutes.
Yes, yeah.
It was, and she said like, yep, I'm adopting these 3 nerds as well. So.
She's not watching because she can't watch. But hi,
No.
Kim.
Hi, Mom. Thanks for reminding them about the mascot thing.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah,
Kim.
that was great. Thank you, Kim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for that, Mom.
That was awesome.
And
Wait,
then,
yeah, go. Oh, sorry.
oh no,
sorry.
I was just
No,
gonna say,
no.
and then this is gonna be a weird one, but telling you guys that Joel and I had started dating.
Oh,
Because just like
yeah.
how I introduced that, I was
that's-
like,
we enjoyed
Goodness,
that.
that is.
yeah, I was like,
We missed those times.
you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Life
Yeah.
happens. But no,
Yeah.
I just kind of remember like that's
Now
always,
me and Joel are dating.
yeah.
Yes.
So it's
I
much
always
better.
knew
I've
I'd
always
lose
been
Joel to
dating
you.
Yeah, I've always dated him a little bit.
Yeah, I always knew it'd be to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, just really hanging out with you guys has always been my favorites.
hmm
Yeah,
It's
hanging out at my house.
Yeah, there's gonna be moments when I graduate. It's like I'm not gonna remember what was said or what was done, but what I am gonna remember is laughing my butt off with all of you guys and just
Yeah.
knowing that those moments happened with you guys.
Yeah.
Sure.
One of the best moments, actually, and this is gonna be kind of like a duh, but like one of the best moments of the show for me was getting the okay from Will to do the simulcast.
Yes.
Because for those of you who don't know, like we started on radio, and this was actually started by Karen Lawrence and
Another Joel.
Yeah.
Joel, Top Hat Joel, as I call him.
Joel Stockard.
Stalker,
Is
yes,
it
yeah,
Stockard?
years
Yeah.
ago, and it was just those 2 on the radio, and now then it kind of jumped up to like 3 people sometimes, and then
Now
4
look
of
at
us
us.
on the radio with just a laptop and just the laptop camera catching like 2.5 of us at a time.
It's amazing.
And it's
Yes.
that grainy picture. Oh, it's so
Yes.
bad. And then like the internet connection in that room is terrible. And now we've got the simulcast going on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And because with the help of KNWT Channel
Yep.
8.
The legendary carpet crawler, Molly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Eli.
Carpet crawler Molly
Yeah.
and
Yep.
Eli Stanley helping us out.
Yep.
Eli not having a cool name or anything like that.
Ah, we'll think of something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come up with something.
Eli.
And it was just doing it with my best friends. Like when I had Joel ask me, I was like, "That's awesome." I didn't really know Joel that well. Like,
Yeah.
of course, we were friends and stuff. It was great, but like, he just asked me.
The
He's like,
beard mesmerized me, and I
Yeah.
had to say yes.
Yeah, yeah. And then like I needed to invite Johnny on. I was like, "Hey, can my best friend Johnny come on?" He's like, "Yeah, sure. Why not?" Oh, okay, cool. And like I've already talked to Court to see. I was like, "Who?" Yeah. Court. I know him kind of, not that well. And then
Yeah.
and then like all my good friends and Corey's here.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah. No, I actually asked. I straight up told Joel, I'm like, yeah, if you ever need someone to fill in, I'll do it. Like first day I met him, like, I want to do your show. And somehow we ended up here.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Continuing it on, and it's only gonna get bigger from here.
Yes.
You guys have a favorite geek commendation?
This
Anybody?
is us from Johnny.
This
That was
is
my
us.
favorite.
He
of all
likes to
time.
emotionally scar people,
Yeah.
so that's good.
I have 2. Let's Not Meet podcast from Connor.
Yes.
And Paper Girls
Spooky.
from
Oh.
Court.
Paper Girls is the favorite comic book that has been
Yes.
suggested. What was yours?
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, fresh off my mind, Evan Hansen. But I also have enjoyed like Planet Hulk. And just getting, for better or for worse, getting into anime.
I will not apologize.
Getting into anime. We had not very few good ones yet,
Yeah.
but
Thanks.
I'm joking.
Thanks,
I'm
I
Evan.
joking.
think it's been pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
This has just been such a wild ride. So yeah, that will do it for the podcast for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, if you feel so inclined, FCC regulations that we don't have to do it for this time, go to the KNWT Channel 8 YouTube page, click subscribe, click like on this, and if they allow it, leave a comment below.